Good evening, everybody, and thank you for coming to watch the live stream tonight. I was thinking about it as I'm sitting here, how to start a lawn care business for $2,500. $2,500 might sound like a lot, but realistically, it is not. So if you were to start a lawn care business for $2,500, which I'm going to learn you how to do, you should be able to make $500 a week or more and pay your equipment off in the first month. And I'm going to show you how. I've watched other people on YouTube. I do like their channels, but there's only so many ways that you could cut a lawn or stripe a lawn or trim a ditch, because when it comes down to the end of the day, as long as you do a good job and get paid, it's all that matters. So I had this idea. I'm going to try to learn you how to start a business, but it all depends on you, because I could tell you how to do it, but if you can't get up in the morning or you can't show up every week on a schedule, and if it rains the next day, people understand, but you need to do a good job, charge them, do what you say you're going to do, and move on to the next lawn and get paid. But if you can't get out of bed or show up on time like you're supposed to do, for whatever reasons you might not have, the customer does not care. The customer only cares about one thing, and that is to get the work done at their house for the cheapest price possible. So many people will give out free estimates, and many people will call about free estimates. Most of the time, going on estimates, in my opinion, is a waste of time, unless you're starting out, which you're at tonight, which I hope that you're watching. So if you should get an estimate, you need to know the area where you're working at and how much you need to make. So you want to say you need to make $500 a week to survive and pay off the bills. I'll learn you how to do that. But like I said, this all boils down to you. If you're going to make the commitment and believe in yourself, people will hire you and give good references on you as long as you do what you're going to say. So we're going to try to figure this out, how to start a business for $2,500 or under. I'm going to give you some advice and stuff that I had. Some people, I should say most people, love me. Some people hate me. And I even had one person call me and tell me on the phone, worst job ever, and hang up on me, which is a whole nother story. And it's actually pretty funny. I'll tell you all about it if you guys tune in. But if you got any comments, questions, or anything, ask me below. I'll be more than happy to answer them to you. I've been in the business since 1993. I know a little bit, and I could share with you if you're interested. If you want to get up tomorrow morning and make $1 million, this isn't for you. It's going to take a lot of hard work. I still haven't made $1 million, but I'm still plugging away. And if you believe in yourself, you could do this. So I'll do a couple little things and see what we got going on here. So thank you for tuning in. So the first thing you're going to need to get, and if you have one of these ready, good for you. But I would recommend getting the Echo SMR 225. You could buy it from Home Depot for about $220. It's an excellent machine, and it should get you 3 years at least from the one piece of equipment. So $225 over 3 years, and add tax to it. So say it costs you $80 a year. You break that $80 a year down to 7 months of grass cutting. That's like $11 a month. It's a great piece of machinery. It works great. I highly recommend it. I know some people are going to say that they like Steel or Husqvarna. Those are all good equipment. I do like them. But in my area, the Echo is the tool of choice. So it just comes with personal preference, such as, do you drive a Ford or do you drive a Chevy? Well, with gas prices going up, we'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm just going to try to put a video together and try to get you guys interested in how to get started with, say, $2,000 to $2,500 on the high side. And if you can make $500 a week or higher, I mean, $500 in a grass cutting business is really low. But when you're starting out, you want to have reasonable expectations. You don't want nobody to say, oh, I'm going to make $10,000 a week. You could make $10,000 a week, but you're probably not gonna. So this trimmer here is an excellent trimmer to start out with. It's not going to go wrong. It's going to last you. So get something equivalent to this, or use this particular model, which I do highly recommend. And all I can say is it works for me. So we'll take a peek and see what else I got in here. That's a great trimmer. We'll see what we got. I jumped the button on you. Sorry about that. We don't want that. We want this one. We're going to share this with you. Right here. I recommend getting this Echo handheld blower. It's $225 at Home Depot also. It's very powerful, and it'll help you get the job done. You might want to jump out and get a backpack. If you could afford a backpack, that's the way to go. But we'll talk about backpacks in another video. And that one for $225 is an excellent one. But if you can't afford $225, the $169 one is also a good way to go. So you get both those tools at Home Depot, or if you have a Lowe's by you, they have Husqvarna. Look at those. Those are very good equipment also. And also I'd recommend if you have one of these mowers, you could use it. But myself, I do not use any push mowers anymore. When I was younger, that was okay. I did many houses with them. You're going to get people that are going to comment, and they're not going to want to say, such as, the lawnmower you're using is too heavy for the lawn, but you want to get in, get the job done, and get out and move on to the next house and collect your money. I'm not saying to rush, but you want to do a good job and get in and get out as quick as you can, because there's only so much time in a day that you want to work. So I would recommend anybody who's got a 21-inch mower, put them out to the curb and let the scrappers pick them up, because you could make money, but realistically, it's going to take too long. So another thing to consider is a mower that I had that's an old standby that made me a lot of money. It got me to the next level in the lawn business. They're hard to find. They're an oldie but a goodie. I had one of these back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I made a ton of money with it. I would not pay $2,000 for it right now, but it really is a good mower to get in, and at a 36-inch wide cut, it'll do everything. I'm just talking about doing residential work. So the most houses that I do are roughly, say, 60 by 120 plus a house on there. So it's really not that big. But if you had this one mower, it would do everything. I see guys, when I say guys, I don't mean necessarily guys, but guys and girls driving around. They got a 72-inch, a 52-inch, a 48-inch, a 36, and a push mower. If you need that much mowers, I think it's just a waste of time. Trailing around all those extra equipment is going to cost you gas money. And the way I do my business now, which took me many years to figure out, and it might not be the best way to do it or the best way, but I have one mower. It's a 48-inch Toro Z-Master, which I do highly recommend. If I can't get in the backyard and cut it, I'm not interested in cutting anymore, because we could talk about prices in the future and how much per hour to charge, what you're trying to get. I can't give you an exact price of what you should charge for what you're doing, but you need to come up with a number, such as, say, you need to make $60 an hour, $75, or maybe $90 an hour. So there's a lot to touch on in regards to how much to make or what to charge, but you got to know what your price is and what you need to make. So, for instance, I'm trying to get this year to $80 to $90 an hour. Now, when you think $80 to $90 an hour, you're going to say it's a ton of money, but it's really not, because you might only work 6 hours a day or 8 hours a day. It depends on how much you want to make. So when it comes to actually just cutting the grass, you need to figure out what your price is going to be and how much you need to make. So, such as, you might work 6 hours a day for, say, 4 days a week, and you might want to make $80 a week. So that means you got to get close to $30 a lawn by 3 lawns to get them done, which is possible. But you also got to take into consideration, is it the beginning of the season, the middle of the season when nothing's growing, or the end of the season where you're dealing with leaves. So there's a lot to think about. But this particular mower right here is an excellent mower. If you could find one, I would pay maybe $800 for one, not $2,000. Because nowadays everybody thinks that what they got is worth $1 million. So if you guys want, the best place to look for stuff is go on your Facebook Marketplace. Check it out. What's the best mower? I can't tell you that. What I do recommend is that if you drive around and see the big dog in your area of grass cutting, see what they're using. Because if what they're using is working for them, it'll definitely work for you. Don't go out on the limb and buy some other piece of equipment that you never heard of. It might work, it might not, but I wouldn't take the chance on it. So check out your Facebook Marketplace and see what they got for sale. I got right here. We'll share this with you and check it out. It's something that you got to research. You could do it. I would say that if you got a lawnmower for $1,000, a trimmer for $300, a blower for $300, that's $1,600. And if you can get a trailer for $1,000 or less, that's your $2,500. That's a great entry point. Check it out. Try to get the most for your money. Right here, for instance, this isn't by me, but I just pulled it up on Facebook Marketplace. It's a 2013. It looks pretty good. It's got the ramp gate. You want to make sure it has the ramp gate. Makes life a lot easier. You want to look at the tires, make sure all the lights work because that all adds up. But for $1,000, that's pretty good. And as long as you grease the bearings, you could probably get 10 years out of this trailer, unless the trailer tires go bad. But that's a good way to go. And also, we could talk more about not only equipment, trailers, two-stroke oil, trimmer string. Save your money, guys. This is what I use. It's great. I haven't had a problem with it since I used it. I've been using it for years. You could go to your local Walmart and buy this full synthetic two-stroke oil. It's $1.18. So if you made a 2.5 gallon mix, they make them bigger. It'll probably cost you $3. But in my opinion, this is the way to go. I've used everything from red oil by Echo to garbage oil that I got for almost free at garage sales. The free oil I got at the garage sales choked out all my equipment. Had to get them cleaned. A couple of them I had to get cleaned professionally because it just choked them all out and they ran like terrible. So I'm going to keep this going. If you guys got any questions, comments, let me know down below. See what we got going on. I'm going to try to learn everybody how to get started with advertising, meeting customers, answering your phone, showing up to get the job done. It doesn't necessarily have to be on time, but it's got to be the day you scheduled for to get it done. Unless the weather, rain prohibits you from getting it done. People don't understand. Everybody thinks that they're only one person, and that's all they want is to get their lawn cut. You are the problem solver. So if they hire you, make sure you take care of them and be friendly, because being friendly goes a long way. So I'm going to make a couple more videos, see what you guys got to say. It was pretty fun. I'm going to try to learn you. Oh, I forgot the most important thing. I got to get this right here before we go. This is probably the most. So if you made it to the end of the video, congratulations. Where is he? This right here is going to make you or break you. This is the most important thing you could have. It don't matter if you got a nice truck, all lettered up, looking pretty, uniforms, business cards, door hangers, professional billing. This one tool right here is going to make you or break you. If you don't have one of these things, I'll let you know. It's called a rake. You're going to need to use this rake, even though you don't want to, every once in a while, to make it look perfect. I see so many guys that don't use a rake to do a little bit of a cleanup, but this, believe it or not, makes or breaks you. And if not for the rake, also the person trimming and edging the sidewalk makes or breaks you. Anybody can cut a lawn. Anybody can put stripes on a lawn. Anybody can trim a ditch, but trimming or using a rake is going to set you apart from other people. I got a lot to talk about and learn you. So let me know what you're thinking. I'll answer any questions. And also, besides the rake, I just mentioned it. When you go to a house to do a job, residential, make sure you edge the sidewalk. Edging of the sidewalk will set you apart from everybody else. If you don't edge a sidewalk, you are not a professional service. Oh, I'm sorry about that. If you guys want to hit the silence button, go ahead. But like I stated, this rake right here is the most important thing. It doesn't matter what you cut the lawn with, what you trim with, what you blow with, what you show up at their house with equipment-wise, truck-wise. You know, if you got like a outfit, work uniform, whatever you guys are trying to accomplish, without this rake, you guys are not going to do a good enough job to satisfy the customers, because at the end of the day, all the customer wants is to get their problem taken care of, which is cutting the grass. And once you cut the grass and do a nice job, they'll be happy to pay you, because that's what the customer wants. And if you don't do a good job, they'll call somebody else. So if you could give a customer just a little bit more than they expect, it's going to go a long way. So all you guys, thank you for watching the video. I'm going to keep it going with the $2,500 start a lawn care business and pay it back in the first month. I learn you more about clients. It's been fun. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much. Have a nice night.